Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we've got another unboxing video. Another friend of the channel, shall we say, has sent me over a gift, so I'm going to be doing an unboxing. I've got a good idea of what it is, so I've already made some space up here in the gaming area. Hopefully it fits. All I can say is thank you so much. We've had so much generosity on the channel in the last few months. It's been really humbling and quite surprising, as I never expected anyone to watch the channel and send me any kind of gifts as a thank you for content, etc. So yeah, it's not somewhere I expected to be or something I expected to be doing at any point when I started this whole YouTube channel. I started it just because it's a bit of fun, hobby, something to keep an old man like myself active, take my mind off the whole reality of life outside of my gaming bubble. But here we are, and I'm receiving gifts, and wow, I'm just so thankful. Anyway, here we go. Old school box. And I've opened it ever so slightly already. And we do have a note inside. Now, proof, I haven't rigged this. My handwriting is never gonna be that good. Anyway, note says, Tony, just a quick me to you to say a massive thank you for all of the content and your presence in the Ghetto Gang Discord. Steve, aka Spadefist, thank you so much. And let's delve in and see what's inside the box. It's not Gwyneth Paltrow's noggin. Now that's a bonus. Don't want to be opening that at Christmas now, do we? Oh my God. Now, I had an idea that it was going to be this, because we had a quick discussion about this, me and Steve, on the Discord in the private message section, and he knows I've alluded to on many occasions that I'm a massive fan of this system. And I think Mr. Spadefist, aka Steve, doesn't see too many people on the Discord collecting for this system, so I think he wants someone else to collect with him and to feel the pain when it comes to spending more money on such games. Spoiler, I'm gonna buy an EverDrive. I will buy some titles, Steve, I will. I promise you. I've already got one on order. Ready to go, but I didn't order it until I opened this. It's ready in my inbox, so I will be picking that one up from CIA. I will be picking that one up from CEX as soon as possible, now that I've got this confirmed as to what the console is that's been sent to me. So it's a Sega console, the first ever Sega console that I owned back in the late 80s, and it's the original Sega Master System. Now, I absolutely love the Sega Master System. It was so popular in the UK in the late 80s, more so than the Nintendo ever was, even when Nintendo actually got their act together and actually started releasing stuff under Mattel, when they Nintendo was in the UK, but it was marketed so badly that no one cared for it, and everyone carried buying for their microcomputers, your Spectrums, your Amstrads. No one was ready at that time to make the jump to be paying £30–40 a game, when the high-end games on such systems were £10 to £15 on your micros. And it was marketed so bad that they had no chance of really giving you a convincing argument on whether or not you should be making that jump. Now, I think it was Virgin Games that came along and pretty much marketed the Master System, or Mastertronic, which led to Virgin Games. I'm not sure, I'd have to look into that, but got that in my head that it was Mastertronic and Virgin somehow that handled the distribution side in Europe, particularly the UK, of the Master System. And they done a fantastic job. Everyone I knew went from either their micros to a Master System, or depending on what point of life they was in, they might have gone straight into the Mega Drive. I was at the Master System stage. Now, admittedly, advertising got the better of me when I was about 11 or 12, and when Mattel started to distribute the NES system and actually put it on TV, they bundled it with the Turtles game, that notoriously hard Turtles game. See, that's going to be an upcoming episode of Unfinished Business. I highly doubt I'll be finishing that business. As soon as I saw that, and I saw the games in action, Batman on the NES, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, I can't lie, the Master System quickly went out of my mind, and I was like, as much as I love this system, it's not the system to have now. I've been convinced otherwise. And yeah, I sadly sold my Master System on in order to help fund a few games for the NES that was coming my way later that year at Christmas. Now, I never went back to the Master System in terms of having it in a hardware format. I've emulated it many times over the years, played some great games on it over the years. That will never change. And I would have, even if I hadn't got this, I would have always carried on playing the Master System. It's always been that good a system. But yeah, the NES kind of just blew my mind at the time, and I think I made the right decision, if I'm honest, as much as I love the Master System. When you list the games that I just went through there, and they're 4 games that I pretty much had the first year of having an NES. Turtles came with it. Now, it gets a bad rap, but it's a good game. It's just, it's hard to actually see the majority of the game. That's the problem you've got with the Turtles game. Batman on the NES, one of the best platformers I've ever played. Got to the Joker on that one and never actually completed it. That might have to be considered for an Unfinished Business episode. I'd love to play through that game again, actually. Castlevania, currently working on that on the Unfinished Business episodes. But brilliant, one of the best games I've ever played personally. Bubble Bobble, which was almost an arcade perfect conversion. It was in terms of gameplay, just a slight downgrade in terms of the graphics, which is obvious. It's going to happen on an 8-bit system like the Master System. Sorry, the NES. You also had that Bubble Bobble on the Master System as well. Never actually played it on the Master System. If I play it these days, I'll play the arcade version. It's so readily available, you know. But yeah, this one, I'm really happy to have this. Steve, thank you so much for this one. This one is going to go straight into the slot that I've already prepped for it. But you know what, there is a few more things inside the box. Steve did say he managed to find a couple of games as well. He definitely wants me to spend what little disposable income I have left. So he's encouraging me. So let's just go through the box and see what else is in here. So we've got the original power pack, and what a beast that is. That is the sort of thing you could literally knock someone out with. That is what you call a tool these days. You've got not just one, but 2 of the original Master System control pads. Now, I loved this control pad as a kid. I thought it was revolutionary. And I still like it. Many people moan about the sort of flexible D-pad on it. And yes, the Nintendo NES D-pad, of course it was superior. But then what has come close to replicating that over the years, it was the original, most probably the best. But this was good. When you've gone from using a Quick Shot 2 and breaking them many times when playing Daley Thompson's Decathlon, going over to something like this was just like, who remembers that TV show? Kids, you might not remember this one. Tomorrow's World, when you saw the next gen of technology. That's what it felt like to me when I had something like this in my hand. I was like, wow. And I'm not gonna lie, I still like this control pad. So we've got 2 of them in the bag, and Steve quite kindly has donated 2 games. One has got a case that's falling apart, but it's nothing that a bit of Gorilla Glue will not fix. I'm not that guy, I'm not that complete guy that's going to complain about the quality of the game, the cover too much, and especially as it's a gift, I'm not going to complain at all. What I'm going to do is just fix it up a little bit so it can go on display. And Steve's gifted me a couple of the greatest Sega games as well. First one, Golden Axe on the Master System, a very good conversion of the arcade classic. You didn't have to feel too left out if you didn't have a Mega Drive and you ended up with a Master System and this was the version you had. It was good enough to get by. Of course the Mega Drive version is going to be better, but there were certain titles that Sega definitely put time and the effort into for the Master System equivalents that still made them a worthwhile purchase. Sonic being one, Streets of Rage being another, and Golden Axe definitely falls into that category. And secondly, another absolute arcade classic from Sega, one that I never got on that well with on home systems, but when you was out and about in the late 80s, maybe the early 90s, and you was in your local seaside resort and you saw the machine to this particular game, it's highly likely you would have pumped a couple of 20 pences in. That's what the games were them days, 10 to 20 pence. And that is Thunderblade. Now Thunderblade is an absolute classic, one of the best looking games around at the time, and it didn't translate too bad over to the Mega Drive and over to the Master System. Now look, let's not compare apples and oranges here. The Master System was never going to be able to replicate the arcade game too well, but having played this in my youth, and I haven't played it for a long time, I definitely feel that it's done quite well with what it had to offer. So yeah, really happy with that. Steve, thank you so much. 2 games to kick off the collection. I will be ordering a Master System EverDrive so that I can play the library on the original hardware, but that's not going to stop me buying a few original games as well. Like I said, I've got a couple already in my wish list on my CEX app, and I'm probably going to be ordering them later on today, maybe after Christmas, all depending, because post now is going to be a little bit crazy, you know. I'm waiting on so many parcels to come through, and who knows how long they're going to take. Those games in particular, I'm looking at Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, brilliant game, one of the final games I believe to come out on the Master System, and to be honest with you, it's actually not a bad price at the moment. It's £35. I expected that to be a lot more. We've also got the Mickey Mouse game on the Master System, slightly different to the Mega Drive game, but a brilliant game in its own right. One that I spent many an hour on as a kid, and I had a great deal of fun with that game. Sega got so many plaudits when it came to that Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion game, not just for the Mega Drive, but also their commitment and their hard work that went into making the Master System game as well. And the other game that I've got in my wish list is probably my favourite Master System game of all time, and that is Wonder Boy 3. I'm not sure what the rest of the title is off the top of my head, it's lost me. I'll probably put something in the top of the screen up there to confirm it. But it's the one where you can change into various animals such as a lion, a lizard, a mouse, and all those kind of things. Brilliant, brilliant game, and for me, that was my favourite game on the Master System that I ever played. A couple of notable games that I'm probably going to be picking up as well, just for collector's purposes. I'm probably going to be looking at picking up R-Type. I think R-Type was probably the best conversion on the Master System, and I'll probably pick up Rastan as well, just for the whole nostalgia vibe. Rastan was a huge influence on my gaming life in the late 80s, early 90s, and I think I need to have that in the collection as well. Anyway guys, there you go. New console added to the collection courtesy of a friend of the channel. Steve, aka Spadefist, I'd just like to say thank you once again, and guys, I'm not sure how many more videos I'm going to be putting out this year. I'm going to be slowing down ever so slightly as we get up to the Christmas and the New Year period. However, if this is the last one that you see of me, hopefully not. I've got a couple of other videos in the works, but it's all going to be time dependent on whether or not I finish it. Like I say, if this is the last one that you see of me for 2024, I'd just like to thank you for all the continued support from all of you guys for watching the videos, sharing the videos, subscribing to the channel. You've been a massive help, and the last year has been absolutely amazing. This time last year I had 100 subscribers. I'm slowly but surely creeping up to 3,000 now, and considering I do quite niche content, to get that far in a year has been fantastic. I never expected that sort of response to the channel. The channel is more so a vehicle to keep myself motivated at all times, but it's always nice to get that sort of virtual pat on the back from you guys. Anyway guys, have a good Christmas anyway, and make sure you have a safe New Year. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm going to start playing some Master System. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching the video, and again a massive thank you to Steve, aka Spadefist, for the lovely gift. It's definitely appreciated, and I will be playing it, as I said in the video, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with the Master System library on some original hardware. Thanks again for all your support guys. Have a great Christmas and New Year, and I'll see you soon. Take care.